consistency in your posting and your, showing the deals, overcoming fear of rejection or slow periods. You have no idea how many, itineraries or quotes I have put together, and they end up either booking it themselves or not even utilizing you or even ghosting you after you've done all the research work. Okay. So overcoming that fear and rejection and slow period, it will happen until you land that large one. Here's an important one, okay? The travel industry, as you know, this year is going to end at $10 trillion. And in the next, 10 years, we'll be at $15 trillion. Bookings with IntelliTravel is only at like $3 billion. So we're not even close to cutting that pie. So there's a lot of opportunity out there. So we want you to specialize in a specific market and a niche. Guys, we have access to everything, as you all know. You all joined this business because you knew we have access to everything. But we don't want you to get so overwhelmed and overtraining yourself, okay? So you've got to narrow down your market and your niche. You've got to become the go-to expert in that space. Utilize IntelliTravel back office, and I don't know if you've been there lately, the IntelliTutorial library, I think, is amazing. As you can see here, you can browse through categories, whether if someone came up to you and say, hey, I want to book an adventure travel. Well, maybe you've never booked an adventure travel and you don't know what that is. Well, guess what? You say, no problem. Let me get back to you. You go to the back office, you go to adventure travel, and you kind of look at like, okay, what is adventure travel and what suppliers offer adventure travel? Like for myself, my niche, guys, is, I like to call it the love line, because I do everything that it has to do with romance theme escape. Okay. I do proposals. I do bachelor party, destination weddings, baby moons, and so on and so on. So when I'm looking for, anniversaries, I'm absolutely going to go to couples and adults only, because I want to know, what suppliers offer, that particular niche, and I want to become an expert, in it. So use your back office to absolutely look at, all the potential opportunity and tools that is available to you to kind of narrow down that niche. Know your product, so important. Experience the destinations and packages you sell or study it, okay? So maybe you don't have the funds or the means to go out and experience all these destinations, but that doesn't stop you to having the ability to, really study it, right? We've got so much calendars of events to understand a lot of suppliers, and they'll tell you about these destinations and what they offer that really ties down to your niche. Utilize supplier training programs, as I mentioned. Fam search, calendars, events in the back office to stay informed about travel, okay, trends, restrictions, and available tools. Partner education in the back office. Follow suppliers, attend webinars, complete certifications. And okay, that's the way out. Please, let me tell you that last year I did all the training that I can potentially do in terms of certification. Got my Dream Maker, Vacation Builder, I went to groups, I did luxury, I did romance event. I absolutely invested on my business in order for me to then really get to the point of where I understood what got me excited and what was going to help me build my absolute market. Leverage social media. So let's talk about this a little bit, okay? You want to share travel tips, client stories, and behind the scenes contents. You want to reach out to business development managers to help you promote, sell a group or a trip. I don't know if any of you guys follow me, but I have a group, MSC Seascape is coming to Galveston, and it's, quite interesting how that group became, a group. It was because my family wanted to go on it because we love MSC. We didn't want to fly out to Miami. So I took an opportunity and I went ahead and created a group. And you know what I did? I contacted Michael Cepeda, who's the business development manager of MSC, because the business development managers, you absolutely can contact them to help you seal the deal. Okay, I did a Facebook Live interview with him, and I had him seal MSC Seascape. Why would I want to do that? Okay, he's the expert. And guess what? We are right now over 20 cabins with a family group trip that we just wanted to do over Christmas, and I'm ecstatic. Like I can't wait, and I'm just super excited, to promote this. But do things like that. Business development managers are not there to train you. They're only there to help you sell. Utilize them correctly, and that is all I have to say. And get very creative. I mean, they absolutely want to help you to sell. Help promote and sell a group, as I mentioned. Use video, especially reels and stories for higher engagement. Utilize tools and content available allowed by the supplier. So we talked about the love line, right? So speaking of love line, about my niche, what I did is to get my brand out there, which I'm promoting anything that is romance theme escape, go on a trip and fall in love again. So my slogan has to match, my logo has to match, my daily pose has to match. And I get it. So sometimes deals are curated with cruises, but you've got to get creative. You have to say, because surely luxury romance and groups can happen in any form of travel, right? I mean, you have to be creative, and you've got to stay consistent and true to your niche. And when I say niche, right, like a lot of people say, oh, I do cruises. Cruises is not a niche. That is a form of travel. You've got to, like, it could be multi-generation of, travelers. It could be, like I have one that I was toying around for a while, and I thought I was going to go that way. I called it the fifth floor, because it's anybody who traveled that are over 50 years old. Hey, I'm throwing you a couple of things that you could run away with that I didn't use, but I thought it was really cool. And you just gotta really, dig deep, get involved with your local, and see how you can promote this even more. Build relationships, not just sales, okay? Collect 50 name and email address, enter it into the CRM in our back office, automate follow-ups and stay organized, and follow up and send thank you notes, okay? And remember the special dates. I keep it engaged. I mean, I send, at least 5 emails to my clients. They say per day. I mean, let's be real. We don't always have that time. I have a full-time job. I have a team, right? I mean, and I run this business, but I personally do make it a point, and let me tell you, using that email in sales and marketing in the back office makes you look like a professional. Okay, you're going to be able to send it, and sometimes it's just following up and just seeing how they're doing, or maybe say, hey, isn't it time for a vacation again? Or maybe keeping them engaged on their trip that is coming up. Treat clients like they're VIPs. They'll refer others, I promise you. Look professional. You can always utilize, as I mentioned, the marketing and sales tools in the back office. Let me just tell you that a lot of the times that I have posted on my social media, so I keep my social media separate on my travel versus my personal, because then I'm using that really for other means of business that we know what we're talking about. But I keep that one, on track. So a couple things that I will say about social media. Facebook, you're only really showing your friends, what you're doing, even if you're public. Instagram, if you stay true to your niche and what you're posting, you'll create an algorithm, and it will start to suggest, and you stay consistent. So you definitely want to utilize Instagram, TikTok. Facebook is really more of the people that you know. Okay, so keep that in mind. And absolutely look professional. Utilize all the things that is available to you. And Chat GPT, whether you want to call it your wife or your husband, absolutely, I love it. So build, create packages and promotions, like I mentioned. Locate hot deals in the back office. Guys, there is no lack of information. You're getting it in the back office. You're getting it in the email. You're getting it every day, okay? Now, the key there is that you've got to narrow those hot deals towards your niche, your brand. So if I'm getting hot deals on cruising and stuff like that, I need to do a better job in creating and turning that to a romance theme escape. Okay, so you want to definitely, have suppliers flyer or utilize the favorite supplier for a vacation package. You can create this easily on all-inclusive with Vacation Express, Delta American Vacation, or even VAX. You want a bundle service to add value. Airport transfers, excursions, travel insurance. Remember, we can get paid from the time they leave their home all the way to when they come back. We can get paid if you're just creative and the suppliers, that will give you commission. You want to run, limited time deals or theme group trips to spark interest. You want to create a group like I did on a Christmas cruise. It all started with my family just wanting to go. And I said, I'm going to go ahead and create a group. And guys, it's once the schedule is out. Because if you're trying to create a group when the cruise is leaving in 3 months, I'm going to tell you that in most cases, there's probably already a group and you're not going to be able to create it. And you want to have that time because it's a lot more, it's a lot more like they want to do it if they have payment, a lot of time to pay it off, okay? The minute I knew MSC Seascape was coming to Galveston and I have experienced them, I went ahead and created a group. I had almost 2 years for people to pay off that cruise. I knew what was coming, okay? And when cruises are, new cruise line and new boats are coming out, the minute that schedule is out with that new ship, you want to go ahead and take care of that. And know when special holiday falls, okay? This year is actually pretty amazing because a lot of people who work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday are going to be able to stretch their vacation. For example, 4th of July is falling on Friday. Okay, so you can absolutely stretch these days, but you want to know these things and you want to do it a year in advance. You want to look out, at least a year in advance and really think about like, what am I going to start promoting? And this goes with travel parties. And when I'm talking about travel parties, I'm talking about travel parties at home that you can do. I mean, definitely go through a training before you actually do it, okay? And it's all about selling travel to increase, commissions and perhaps promote something that you are trying to sell, whether if it's a group or something, but you want to plan that, a year in advance. Be visible locally and ask for reviews and referrals. You want to partner, as I mentioned, with the local business. I created this flyer. There's Michael Cepeda, which I did online, and man, he did a great job. I'm going to tell you, the minute he came off, I was I was busy. People were contacting me to book the cruise, okay? Print flyers or offer referral bonuses through, salons, gyms, etc. Travel party at home or in business area. And here's a really important thing. Believe in what you sell, okay? When you believe in what you sell, your passion will attract clients. When you talk about, travel with excitement and confidence, people listen, okay? Remember, you are your brand. And as I talked about, all these hot deals that I would post on Instagram, can I tell you that out of all my commissions, 90% of it was not because I posted, the hot deal. What it is I told, the audience that I'm open for business. And I know that, and I know the exclusives. So if I posted, let's just say a Norwegian deal, somebody called me and asked me, can you book me on Royal Caribbean? Okay. Okay. So because they know that even if I'm posting Norwegian, something is that I'm just basically telling people I am open for business and, and I'm staying consistent with it. And, I've had vow renewals, people that I didn't even know, but it was a referral of my friends that basically say, hey, you're doing vow renewals, destination wedding. I do know a couple. I just sent a couple during the spring break to Punta Cana and they had an amazing time. And it doesn't matter whether if their budget is elaborate or if their budget is small. It shows through my face that I absolutely love to do, Romance Theme Escape because everything about it just makes me super excited and they can definitely feel it. I hope I didn't talk too fast because I can be a little bit Speedy Gonzalez when I do training because I know we have 30 minutes, but honestly, just, from my end is that as you heard my journey, the first year I didn't do anything. The second year I started to sell travel, okay? And after that, third year, I mean, by the end of that year, beginning of the year, I became qualified, taking a minimum commission of $10,000, went through the program in that short period. And really, it's really about just being consistent, loving to curate these trips and really believing, in yourself and that you are the true brand. That's it, Jamal. Take it away.
All right. So we're gonna ask questions. You guys can raise your hand on the app. Okay. If you don't know how to do it, it should be a little emoji. And if you can, limit your questions to one question. If you have two questions, we want to be considerate of the other people. And also, just ask your question. We appreciate you guys saying thank you, where you from. Go ahead and ask your question. So if I come on, hi, my question is, so we can get to everybody. All right. So Denicia A54. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Denicia A54. There you go.
Yes. Hi. I came in like 3 minutes late, but I had a question because it's when she talks about niche, finding your niche. I'm trying. I went to go towards more of luxurious travels, and then I went to group, and I want to overall go into booking retreats for travel, but I'm not sure if that is actually a niche. Is that because how she was explaining it? Like, can she go? Can she explain more of like how do you break down the niche? Because I know she said.
So I'll give you an example. My niche is romance theme escape that has everything to do with love, right? So like I love saying that it's the love line. Now within that niche, I can create a group. It can be luxurious. Okay, so I mean it literally is just the what makes you passionate. Like think about when you go through those categories. Like I always say this. When you go through those categories, what excites you? Do you travel luxurious? Do you like to be treated luxurious? Okay, because if you don't know what that luxury means, it's not going to shine through who you are. So you think about luxury. We can offer luxury on cruises. We can offer luxury on hotels. We can offer luxury on just the transportation itself, right? And then that can become, hey, I can do it for one person or I can do it for 50. Then now that's it, if that makes sense.
And then that does make sense, and I thank you for that because I also one more question, a second question. I get a lot of people who are groups of women who like girls trips, but I want to focus more on people who groups on like people who want to go more of the retreats. How
So you're talking about like a wellness. So I think it sounds like I think you like your niche to be a wellness. So I would do this. I would research what wellness, looks like and see if that suits you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
iPhone 56. iPhone 56. You're up next. There you go. Try it again, iPhone 56. Let me see if you got it. iPhone. There
Hi.
you go. All right.
Hi.
Anyway, iPhone.
Okay, this is Yvette Isobel.
Hey, Yvette.
How are you? Good. I have a client. She's a solo traveler, and she wanted to know if I have a package where I can have not a package, but other solo travelers I can bring together as a group. She doesn't want to travel by herself, but she'll travel by herself. But I guess once she gets to that meeting point, she wants to be able to connect with other solo travelers, and then they become a group. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Well, you have like some suppliers like Culture Holidays. They already have pre-packaged trips. Virgin Voyages offers a nice solo participation for solo travelers. And it depends on where you want to go. I mean, I'm not sure if you could find a group of people that's going, but you definitely could reach out to culture and see what they have planned and kind of probe them on some of the questions you may have about what other kind of travelers you have that's going. But you don't know if there's going to be other solo travelers. It's my family. Hold
And they don't
Fred Sanford. Hold up.
They don't okay.
Somebody watching Fred Sanford. Y'all got him? Okay, good. All right, go ahead, Yvette.
Excuse me. If they're not solo travelers, she just wants to be in a group. She just doesn't want to be by herself.
Yeah, you can reach out to Culture Holidays. They have prepackaged stuff. Yeah.
Okay, because I was on there today, so where do I look for that?
Go to Culture Holidays.
And do they have like a group?
Call
Go to
them.
group?
Call
Okay.
them. Call
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. Hey, K Brown. K Brown. There you go, K Brown.
Hey, good night. My name is Kay. Hello?
Yeah, you went
Can
in.
you hear me?
Now. Yeah, we can hear
Can
you
you
now.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes,
Awesome. Hi. Good night. My name is Kay Brown. So my question is, when it comes on to Vacation Express, do you go in the back office to book on their site, and do you like just type in the search Vacation Express and book from there?
That's
Because I find that is different pricing if you go in the back office or if you go on their site itself.
Okay.
That's just one question.
So if you do Vacation Express, I'm making sure I'm understanding you. You want to know, should you go directly to their site or you log into IntelliTravel back office and go to the
right? Do you log into IntelliTravel back office, or do you just type in Vacation?
Is Kay breaking up on your end, Ms. Gomez? Because she's breaking up on my end.
She is.
Okay, so Kay, you could go directly to Vacation Express. Many of us don't book travel in the back office. When you go to Vacation Express, you have a login. That login is going to give you access to their portal. So if I'm looking for a package, I'm only booking that on Vacation Express portal.
Got you. Okay, so my second question is, they also have stuff there that you can use to promote their business, but it also says on their promotion flyer, it says on the bottom, Vacation Express. Can we use that on Facebook, or is that in your group?
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
If you don't want them to go to Vacation Express, you know how to crop the picture so it doesn't show their
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, so like Ms. Gomez said, she was posting hot deals and she didn't book the hot deals, she booked other trips from the hot deals. So you could use that Vacation Express as what we call a lead magnet. So if you post something out there, Jamaica for $7.99, and they say, well, I want to do Maldives. Can you do Maldives? You're not going to be upset because you booked Maldives from a Jamaica flyer. But it's a way to brand yourself with those flyers.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kay.
Yeah.
Hold up, Carolyn. Somebody is watching.
Good evening. My question is, I've gotten a lot of information and training about the cruises and other places. I have a situation where I have a group of ladies, they want to go to New York. Do we have something that would have like special tours for the United States? I know Culture Holidays is away from here. I don't know of any for the United States, and they want to go to New York.
Yes, ma'am. Are you familiar with Viator?
I know the name, but not working with them, no.
Well, Viator has a travel agent portal. Project Expedition has a travel agent portal. And those are two suppliers that offer tours. So you can look to see what's available for the dates that your client are going. And you can even create a referral link to send to your clients, and then have all the tours that are available so they can take a choice like they're in the mall. Well, we want to do this one, we want to do this one, we want to do this one. They book, you get an email notification, you just have to upload that in your back office.
Okay. And then also like to be on the show, like The View, Is that a separate place too, or will Valtor be able to help with that?
I'm not sure, I'm sorry.
Carolyn is good.
I'm not sure, Miss Carolyn, but what you could do, you could go to Google how to get tickets to the View.
Okay, well, I can do that. I just didn't know if there was one thing that was already established.
I wouldn't know. My people don't like doing excursions. They like going to the club, Miss Carolyn.
I feel you on that one, but this is what the request came to me. And the second request is that they wanted to do a civil rights tour. But
You could go to Google, see if they have any civil right tours, and if it's not commissionable, at least you gave that client
the information they
There you
requested.
go. There you go.
All right, thank you.
No worry, Miss Kate. Congratulations. Okay, who do we have next? Is it Makito, Mr. Powers? I don't want to mess your name up.
Close enough, Makito.
Makito, how you doing, sir?
Not bad, yourself.
Oh, I'm wonderful, my friend.
All right, just two questions. First one, I wanted to know where exactly can I find the CRS system?
CRM?
CRM, yes, sir.
Ms. Gomez, go ahead. Sure.
Yeah, so the CRM, if you go to dashboard, okay, and you go to the quick link, I believe, let me just make sure before I speak, because I know where it's at. I've seen it so many times, and I didn't have it open, which I always normally do. Show you just how fast we get in. So, yep, I was absolutely right. So when you go to your login page, okay, and I always prefer to this as your back office and main. I always refer to this, and as you can see here, customer management CRM. There's quick links here that, guys, you're going to use multiple times.
Okay.
All right, what's
Yeah.
your next question, Mr. Powers?
What's the downside of booking from the IntelliTravel website? Not us as the vendors, but what's the downside for the clients to book from there? If I was to give the link out to someone,
You're talking about your portal?
the portal, right?
Well, one is there's no downsides, is that we call that pillow money, so you didn't have to do anything. They're booking directly on your website, and maybe they're booking while you're asleep. You wake up and you get a congratulations. You have a booking email. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do anything from a customer perspective, right? Customer service.
Right.
You have a follow up with them. That's a great thing. I mean, you get a personalized portal, and they're booking directly if they want to book directly. I mean, that's great. Or if they require something a little bit more, then they should absolutely reach out to you. The best thing is that they have to register in your portal, and now they're part of your CRM. So that's the beautiful thing about sending out your personal link too, because then they get registered into your CRM. There's no downside to it. It just depends on what kind of travel they're doing, and you don't want to definitely shoo them away if their travel is a little bit more complicated than using your portal.
Gotcha. I appreciate it.
Powers? Okay.
Thank you.
Kika Milner.
Hello, how is everyone doing?
We're good.
Awesome. My question is on referral bonuses. Can you go more into that, please?
You mean referral as far as some...
Like referral, like for example, if I had a client that did a referral, have you gone into the back office sales and marketing and seen incentives that you can actually purchase? So I would use the incentive. I would use Amazon gift card. You say referral, right? It doesn't say what you're going to give them. So I would use incentives that I purchased through the back office or even Amazon gift cards. It's the same thing as like getting on your social media and saying follow me, which is leading them into your travel page, right? Social media, and doing a lottery on it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank
Great
you.
question.
Yes,
Samsung SMS906U. Samsung.
That's probably me.
Okay.
I was just wondering, would that PowerPoint that she read from, would that be available to us?
You know what?
There's some good information on that.
It is. We record these, but I don't know when this is going to be released. To be honest with you,
Can I also add,
go ahead.
ending Dream Makers Beyond the Basics is no different from what I just shared with you. So I would highly recommend, if you haven't done a Dream Maker or Beyond the Basics training from Ambassadors, I'm covering the same information and they're going to cover a lot more. So I would highly recommend that you attend those. As I mentioned during my presentation, I've really invested in my education to really get to where I am today. But thank you so much listen, it's what I've learned to do during those trainings, and I'm just sharing it with you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Monica Stelmarker. I'm sorry, Miss Monica. Try it again.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Right, yep.
Yeah. If instructions on there, I haven't signed up with a Monica, so I can't give you firsthand.
No, I think what she's asking is, but yes. So once you let's just say you have a client that is looking for Jamaica. I would put Jamaica.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it does say share with your client.
Yeah.
But once they have that client share link, they can look at other things. So I just share that link, and it's to you. So guys, Viator Shore Excursion for Cruises is amazing. Project Expedition. These are things that you can share. You enter their booking on cruises and let them take care of it. They will send them every day what they can do day one. Here's excursions that you can have. So these are amazing suppliers. I love the ones that do the work for you. So you absolutely can share that link. And
So you can put it on a social media post and it will still get back to me? Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. By the way, Virgin
Awesome.
has the same thing. You can share your personal link.
Great. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. Gene Johnson.
Well, I guess Viator is the winner tonight because that's exactly what I was going to ask about. I just got to send my clients to Ireland, and I noticed it keeps coming. The emails keep coming to me from Viator, and they're doing excursions. But when I went to go take it to go in the back office, it's not allowing me to upload it. It's telling me you get paid once they return. That's all the email is telling me.
So
But when I tried to upload it, they sent me the thing, but it won't let me upload it.
So guys, if you don't book in the back office, you have to register. Okay?
I did.
So when you register the booking, it might have just been an issue with, we've had some glitches with registering the booking. I would try again to register it.
Okay.
But you absolutely can upload that. It is 30 days after their arrival, and they pay weekly now on Wednesday, which, I love Wednesday.
It's good.
It's getting paid.
Yes.
Let me add to that. When you upload,
Davis.
when you upload that, do it without the hyphen. I think Viators are BR hyphen. I think if you do it without that dash, it will accept it.
Oh, so don't put the dash when I put
Correct.
all the booking information in.
Correct. Or you can do it where it automatically will upload your booking for you. You can do
Okay.
that.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. LaJocelyn Boyles. LaJocelyn Boyles.
Joyce.
I'm sorry, Miss Boyles.
It's okay.
Oh, I'm messing up. My fault.
The question that I asked is for, like you said, using our personal link, because normally I do everything. And so I had a client that wanted to use portal, agent portal. And so she said that when she went to go try to do it, it asked her about a pin or something that I had to give her. And I was telling her, no, she should be able to book her own trip and it should automatically come to me. But for some reason, we're having an issue with that. So is there a requirement, like a pin or something that we could be given?
Will any ambassador know about that website? Cause
It's not a pen, so she doesn't need to click log in. She has to register on your site first. Once she registers, then she'll be able to shop around. But tell her don't click log in. That's just for agents only.
Okay, so you said so where does she register? It's like a register link on the bottom or something?
Did you send her your website to register on?
I sent her my website and I told her she could just go ahead and book and look and do what she wanted to. I mean,
Okay, she will have to register first on your site.
Okay.
And then
Alrighty
she'll be
then.
able to search.
Let me ask you something, Andrew.
Alrighty, thank you.
You're welcome.
And what you can do, you can send yourself the link, how it looks, to another email and see how it will look to you as a customer, so you'll be able to walk them through it. Just have another email that you can use to sign up on your portal. That'll help you.
Thank you so, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No worries. Lakia. Hey, Lakia. Lakia, there you go.
Hi. I think you were trying to pronounce Boachi.
I wasn't gonna mess it up. I just said Lakia. I was close enough. I'm sorry. My fault.
Okay. My question is, how does the travel ban affect our websites? Because you see what's going on with all these new executive orders of we can't travel to certain countries. Does that automatically stop us from booking to those countries, or does that not affect the websites that we're all partnered with?
I think the travel ban is to
Yeah, Jamal. Okay, so those are not executive orders. So executive orders is something that is published. You're going to hear a lot of people say we can't travel here, but if it's not actually listed, there is a site. I will try to find it. I had it early and I shared with Director McCombs just on Monday because me and her travel, but it's nowhere saying that we can't travel. So you really can't read everything on social media.
The travel ban is for people coming to the U.S.
Correct.
Not for U.S. going somewhere else.
Right. That's why I'm saying that just because people post this on social media, we have to actually do our own research. But there is a public website where you can actually see all of this information. So when you read it on the website, social media, don't always believe it. That's the best thing I can tell you when it comes to that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
No worries. Thank you for the insight as well. Barbara Spencer. Hey, Barbara.
I just need the first 2 slides, please.
Could y'all show Miss Barbara the first 2 slides? Miss Gomez? I think she may have got bounced off. Miss Shaw. I'm sorry, Miss Barbara. Miss Gomez, are you there?
I see her on, but maybe she having connection.
No, I was on mute and trying to get the presentation. She wanted to see the slide.
First 2 slides, yeah.
Okay, can you see?
There you go, Miss Barbara. You see it?
Yes, I got a picture of the first one.
All right.
Mindset. And wait. Sorry. This one?
Miss Barbara, that one?
The one after that.
The one after that. That one?
Yes.
There you go. You got it?
Thank you.
No worries. Okay. Jasandra Shaw.
Okay, yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. First of all, I got on here late. Will there be another meeting?
Well, we do them every Wednesday.
Okay.
This is a collaborative effort with a few organizations. So I would get with whoever your sponsor or their sponsor, depends on what kind of relationship you have, and find out when these are. I'm not sure if we're doing these the next 40 days and 40 nights, but every Wednesday moving forward, the next 2 Wednesdays, we'll be here at 7:30.
Okay, and I have one more question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so if, like, for instance, I'm still learning, and I
I see something for, let's say, a client, right? How do I guess build or send them? I'm hearing a link, but is it different for different vendors? So it just depends on what you send to them,
Give
or
me an example. Just
Expedia Tap.
oh, so if you see something on Expedia tab, you want to know how can you send that to a client? Is that what you're asking?
Right. Yes.
Well, an ambassador, any one of you ambassadors use Expedia tab? Because
I do. I'm sorry. What does she want to know about Expedia Tap?
how can you send a something she may see to a client? You know, like I guess.
So when you log into Expedia Tap, once you do the whole search and you click on it, at the bottom, it will say create quote. You just create the quote, and like you can have your logo. For example, mine have my logo on it, etc., and it'll have IntelliTravel's information listed as well. You can PDF that quote and email it straight to your client. Is this under? Wait a minute. Oh, so you said when you're searching on the main search page? After you search and you make a selection, they have all these different listings, and you're searching, and you select the one you want. Okay. Okay, Jamal, I'm following you, I think.
No, that's Miss Gomez. I don't use them. I don't.
Okay, so make the selection, Miss Gomez. If you can just select one for me.
Yep.
Okay.
It don't matter which one, if it's far enough out. But
Okay.
yeah, just select between one of those. Scroll to the bottom for me. Look at the bottom right or bottom left. I don't see her option on hers. Is this travel recent? Is this travel quick?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's a non-refundable or the travel is quick, it's really gonna make you book it.
Right.
But so if you find one, but exactly where she went is exactly where you would go to generate the quote. Are you logged in? Yes. Okay. I'm logged in. So, but it would be somewhere on that page. She's going through it one more time. Let's see if we can get it.
So I've got September this time. Okay. Then I'm going to reserve.
Did you select it? Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Now pick one.
Okay.
Now scroll to the bottom. See if we get our generate quote.
Still
Should be before that page.
It might be before the page too.
It's before when you hit that.
You gotta make a selection.
Very small. So I'm select very small.
Yeah, hit on it one
before
time.
You say reserve.
Yeah, there you go. Now scroll down. Let's see if we see it. Because you gotta select the property first to generate the quote.
Right, so that under where it says reserve, it should be an option for generate quote.
Oh, it's at the bottom. There you go.
Right there.
Yeah, under the where it says. So as soon as you select the property, then you select which generate quote that you want. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Ms. Davis. You're welcome.
Awesome. Sharice, how you doing, Miss Sharice?
Hi, good evening. I just wanted to say that travel.state.gov has all the information about travel restrictions that anybody would need to know.
Thank you so much. And everybody keep that website handy. So when you are sending people places, you make sure you know all the requirements. Because I didn't know you needed a visa for Brazil. I'm glad I found out before they traveled. All right.
Can you repeat the website again?
Travel State. Sorry, I can pull it. Hold on.
Give us 1 second. She gonna get it for you.
Okay. Yes, travel.state.gov, G-O-V.
Got it.
All right. It's in the
There you go. Thank you.
yeah, no worries. And Beticia. Oh, I'm sorry, Beticia. Try it again. There you go. Think you got it. Nope. There you go.
Okay. I have a quick question similar to the other young lady. I'm booking something for Disney. Does Disney have the capability also where I can send my client a quote?
Well, the way I use Disney, I just screenshot it with the snipping tool. If you're on a PC, I'm kind of old fashioned, but I don't know if there's a way to send it. If it is, I don't know. I just screenshot everything and type out what the prices are.
Yes, you can. What website are you on?
It was Disney.
Travel agent?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can send a quote from there as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So we don't have any more questions, and it's 8:18. So Ms. Gomez, you can close us
I
out.
don't know how to open it up.
Yeah, no, I just want to thank everyone, and hopefully the training that I shared with you kind of, gives you a couple of tips in how you can, excel your business or, figure out like what niche that you want and where you want to invest some time in training to grow your business. And I want to thank all the ambassadors for coming on and helping with the questions. As Jamal said, we don't all know everything, but what we do know how to do is research, and we highly encourage you to do the same. Thank you so much and have a great evening.
All right.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Next week.
You did a marvelous job. Thank you for doing it with us.
Thank you.